Alright guys, we're here back with more Kiwami 2. We're doing on. Every single time I do it, it's like fucking mind blowing to me. We can just like not have the go to the loading screen. But yeah, let's go. I mean,
boy.
Okay. Well, okay, well that was really drawn out for like no fucking reason. Oh yay, side quest. What I wanted. Yeah, it is a 11:08, so the live feed update should be starting soon. I'm probably gonna record here until around 2-ish. I might try to get an earlier start than normal on my on editing today, because I do want to try to get a start to my Heroes vs. Villains video in the hope I could finish that video by the end of the weekend. So that way I can be done with all the editing for this batch of videos, so that I can start the next batch of videos. And also I still need to update my A&W and Big Brother reviews too, so would like to spend Monday doing that. But yeah, alright. Oh wait, is she coming with us? Oh, I forgot that she was coming with us. Oh no. What do I want here? I mean, there's a taxi there, but it's like... But by the time we get to a taxi near us, it's like there's not really a point. Yeah, so far I've been enjoying Kiwami 2. I mean, I didn't love the filler that we had to do last episode, the cabaret managing and stuff. That seemed really dumb, but outside of that, I'm enjoying Kiwami. Oh, fuck off. That was ridiculous. Now we'll go this way. It's so funny, it's the exact same fucking map. Just like better graphics. Like, it's so funny, like how many times have they remade Kamurocho? Like really, it's like how many fucking games have had Kamurocho in a different fucking engine? Okay, this is gonna be another side quest, I'm assuming. Oh, there it is. Live feed update started. That started like 2 minutes ago, shit.
Big Brother 20, but Big Brother 20 was different. With the pearls, hello everyone, and good morning. Welcome to our live feed update for October 9th. I'm your host, Taryn Armstrong, and with me today, it's Puya. How you doing, Puya?
Taryn, I'm doing well. Spoiler alert, my stocks are not, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm excited to talk about...
Yeah, a bit unsure about how my stock watch is gonna go. I think I'm gonna go down.
Okay, alright. Well,
but I'm just hoping everyone else goes down. Like, I'm gonna go down, but I'm not gonna lose that much, I don't feel like. Like, I went all in on Enzo, so... I do think he'll go down to like a 7, is what I'm thinking. But, we'll see.
Not too much to give you here today. So maybe we'll start the day with Puya. Who did you lose money on this week?
I went all in on Old Man Memphis.
Ooh, yeah.
Gamble.
That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. So we went in. We saw that Tyler was evicted on the episode. We got to the HOH, and in the HOH competition, it was the seesaw.
Yeah, at this point, the only move is to go all in on Cody. From this point forward.
Big Brother 20 was different. With the pearls, there was only 3 of them, I think.
Wait.
But it was the
What the fuck are you doing up there?
where they had to get a bunch of like big balls.
Oh, she was just waiting here? That's kind of funny.
The thing, well, they went back and forth, and this was apparently a pretty exciting HOH competition. I think that it's something that it was Moji's in season 20. I thought it was.
Rings a bell?
It does ring a bell, but I thought it was like. I thought it was something else. Whatever. So.
Yeah, fuck, we're actually gonna fight.
It was apparently a very.
Oh, she's fighting with us? Oh shit.
And
That's cool.
Christmas was in the lead. She was about to win. She had one ball left. And she dropped it. One tiny little ball. And she dropped it. And apparently that was because like Memphis was close behind her and was speeding up trying to catch up. And so she sped up a little bit and she dropped her ball and screwed up. And then somehow Nicole got in there and won. And so Nicole is our winner.
There you go. Nicole gets a comp win in the midst of all this. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the rushing if you're Christmas. Just take your time, especially if it's Memphis. I'm confused that Memphis would be a catalyst for her to like zoom through. I mean, I guess she really wants it, but also relax. Like you don't need to be quick because like in a game like this, once one ball drops, one more ball drops, you're out. Like you're out of the running. It's a hard time.
Yeah. So that was it. She dropped the ball, literally, as she says last night. It's not good for Christmas here, but it's especially not good for Memphis.
Yup. Don't I know it? Yup. Yeah, no, this is not the ideal result if you are Memphis or if you're one of 5 Memphis fans out there. This is a rough call for you. So Nicole, Cody, and Memphis, they have like a little conversation. Nicole's like, hey, now everyone from the committee has won an HOA, and only people from the committee have won HOH if you don't count Enzo, but you counted, so. Only 7 people have won an HOH this season. Isn't that crazy? The audience hates us, like hates us, and they all agree that like yeah, they would hate them too. I mean, they've won every competition. How could you not hate them? Right. I mean, and, you know, that's the one thing I will give them is that they're at least they sound somewhat prepared to face whatever is going to hit them when they get out of the house.
Oh, is this going to be Majima?
I mean, we look
it's
at
Majima Construction was earlier, right?
Exciting season. A lot of us enjoyed it. The
This is where Majima's going to come into play.
were unique and different. No repeat HOHs like week 10. So seeing the difference there to here, where one alliance pretty much won the whole thing, yes, this would end up being more dull as a result. You guys have the right read on it.
Yeah. And, you know, I was thinking about this, and I tweeted this last night, that, you know, we've been talking about, like, the committee won all the HOHs. Like, isn't that crazy? One alliance dominates, it consolidates all of the HOHs over there. But, you know, thinking back to it, it's actually not, I don't think, as crazy as it seems, because it wasn't just the committee at first, right? In the early days of the season, when I was going over the state of the house and the power structure that Cody had created, it wasn't Cody and the committee plus Enzo. It was Cody's crew, Cody's power structure, which at the time included Ian, Devon, David, Bailey, at least 4 other people, which means he had at least 11 people, not 7. And that means that after his first HOH,
but still, those 7 people were ones to win, though. I mean, that doesn't really change.
Forward, it was 11 versus 4 in that following HOH. Then it was 11 versus 3. Then it was 11 versus 2. Then it was.
Yeah, but still, those 4 people that weren't in the core 7, though, and still number 1, so it doesn't change the fact that.
And then it becomes like 9 versus.
Oh, so there's Macho.
3 or something, and then 9 versus 2, and then 8 versus 3, and then or 8 versus 2, and then so on and so forth. So like basically, it's not necessarily that it was like a group of 6. Like from
We're still wearing the fucking helmet.
I picked a group of 6 and we won all the competitions.
Right.
But from Cody's perspective, it was I had the vast majority of the house. And then the power consolidated by following the results of the HOH competition, so it shouldn't be a surprise that all of the people who won are still basically there at the end.
Yeah, no, ultimately I do think that it depends who's looking at it, but I do think Cody ends up having more of a layered, right? That's what you're kind of getting at here, is that his was layered from the jump, and obviously the more people that behooved his game ended up being the ones that would have the wins as well, so they're the ones that are sticking around. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think on the player ranking at this point for me, when they get around to it, it'll be
it's more fuel for an update.
Actually,
on the Alliance
I
Structure
still have it on here.
So, Cody and Enzo briefly talk.
Cody, Enzo, Memphis, Nicole, Tyler, Christmas Day. Yeah, I mean, I think this is still accurate.
Memphis is out. He's done. That's it.
They don't need it. They don't need two wise guys. It's over. Yeah, should everything stay without a Memphis veto win, I believe Memphis is Gonzo. And by I say Gonzo, I mean like without anything changing come Thursday. They're pretty firm on this decision.
Nicole and Cody talk. She hopes that Enzo won't be mad if the veto is won and he has to go up on the block. Cody's like, yeah, it is what it is. It's not going to matter anymore.
Also, Memphis is the target district. I actually didn't know that
She
until
hopes
now.
that she can break the tie. Like, it would be great if it was a tie and then she could be the one to send one of Christmas or Memphis out. That would be good for her. He's like, I mean, we could vote. We could make it a tie if you want. And she's like, ah.
Yeah, right. So in that situation, does
I
it
think going into the
seem
Final
like
Four
more of a
Christmas
bigger
is kind of a
for Nicole
scary
and
proposition for
tiebreaker?
Cody.
Or is this her 100%?
And then at the same time, Memphis is definitely
I think
a much
I think it
bigger
does. I
jury
think
threat.
if she gets to stand up and in the footage that the jury sees, she goes, Memphis, I choose to evict you. That's good for her. Like she got Memphis out. It gives I think it gives her a little bit of something, you know, as opposed to, because basically I think what's going to happen is that the jury's going to be like, well, of course she's not going to go after Cody. Oh, look at her not going after Cody. She's doing what Cody wants. She's taking out Cody's biggest competition for Cody, and it's not going to be a good look for her. But at least if like she stands up and it's like, I am making this move, especially if it seems like Enzo, because basically if that happens, that means that Cody and Enzo are voting different ways, which may make it seem like Enzo's not a lapdog for them, which makes it seem like they're a duo. And if they're a duo, then she might be seen as having a little more agency, whereas if it's Cody controlling two people, she's just one of his puppets. So I mean, overall, it's not going to make that much of a difference.
Right, like, not a big difference, but it'll still be a net positive to what she has right now, going, like, with the jury's perception.
Yeah. And also, and Moses in the chat, good point, that in the jury, they're like, oh, she wants to be the last girl standing. If she stands up and evicts Memphis over Christmas, I think that will help with that perception as well.
This is true, I didn't think of that.
All right. So, Enzo talks to Nicole and Cody. He says, we gotta get Memphis out, yo, that's it. If he had won that HOH, yo, he would have 4 HOHs, yo, that's it. He's too good, yo. We gotta get him out, yo. If I win the veto, they're gonna want me to use the veto. They're gonna be like, oh, we gotta convince Nicole to backdoor Cody, yo, that's it. And Cody and Nicole are like, no, she'd have to book me up.
Oh.
There's no other option. Yeah, if they're gonna try to convince me to convince you, he's like, well, you just use it. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah, that's it. He's like, they're gonna try to throw me under the bus, yo. They're gonna be like, oh, Enzo tried to do this, Enzo tried to do that, yo, that's it. But we got this.
I love Enzo.
Okay, you know what? Let's actually go ahead and make a new save.
He's gonna get pressured into doing
just
things,
in case this goes very poorly.
doing things. Like Enzo, don't worry about it. Just follow the path. You are good. No, like they'll expect things, you just don't do it. You're stressing it out. I think he's pumping. He always does this thing where he tries to pump it up as like they want me to do this, but I won't do it. It's like, no, but we know you won't do it. You don't have to keep selling it to us. It's been over.
Memphis talks to Christmas, and we're already running out of conversation. This was not.
I know.
Not a long night.
I will say, Taryn, Big Brother 22 really put a damper on the Puya Fridays. Like, for the last couple of weeks, we've had some of the more quiet conversations here.
Really, I mean, even when there was stuff going on, it was, and I think that this is largely more production's fault than it is the season's fault, because although I think it's a little bit of both, but like most of the season they have not done a lot of game talk on Fridays. They've waited until on Thursdays they've waited until Friday, and so Liana has been getting the bulk of the game talk, and Puya has been left out.
You know what, Liana, you can have the good information. You always get the good piece of the pie. You always get the good part of the meal. So why not get the good feeds too, huh? How about that?
Yeah, and she's also Josh's favorite.
Yeah. So that revelation was a punch to the gut, Josh. We knew each other before you knew Liana, but it's fine. I get it. I mean, I would pick her too. So it's okay. But yeah. I think that's been happening.
It is. Alright, so Memphis and Christmas talks.
Like, what's the point of giving them
really
such a massive health bar if their health goes down like
she's been with herself in a comp result like ever. She was so close. She literally dropped the ball. She screwed it up. And she says, alright, well, if there's a veto competition, imagining we're both up on the block here, Memphis, if there's a way for us to throw it to Enzo, that would be ideal, because then he could use it on us, and then they would force Cody up on the block, and we can get rid of Cody. Now, Memphis, I don't think has any desire to do that. I think that, although I guess you know what, he probably would want Cody out over Enzo at the very least. Man, I don't know if he has to decide between Cody and Christmas what he would decide at that point, but I don't think I don't think Memphis is gonna throw this veto.
I have a feeling no. There's no way. You're on the block. It's Final Five. Just get it done yourself. Don't be cute about it. Just try and get to the end. That's the best thing you can do in this position is just try and get to the end, regardless of who's there and what's going on. I do think, like, obviously you have your ideal final that you want to be in. You have your ideal people leaving. But when you're in this position, especially if you touch the block, just worry about yourself. Think about what's next for the dynamic later.
Oh, we're fighting him again?
This is not good for Memphis. Now, I think he can improve his odds here by A, convincing Christmas to throw the veto to Enzo at all costs. B, convincing Enzo that he should not win the veto. Because if he does, Christmas will want you to use it on her. You'll have to, I'm fine staying on the block, Enzo.
Is there not, I feel like tournament arcs in, anime work so fucking well, but, in video games, I feel like they never do. Instead they just, come out as, feeling filler.
Just do the pressuring, pressure Enzo, and make him feel like, I don't want to win.
With here, and Final Fantasy VII, there's the same thing.
And then, that's 2 out of 5.
Even in,
out of the competition. Now
I think AC Origins probably does it a bit better with Coliseum stuff.
That's it. You gotta be Cody.
What the fuck? He's not even blocking my attack. Okay, now he is.
Genius, because you'd pretty much be putting yourself in a position where you're facing off against Nicole and Cody. Cody obviously being the biggest competition, but also someone who you're not going to be able to...
Something else I might as well do, since we're here.
He's at the very least your definite competition. So taking 2 people out of the equation is not bad odds for yourself, especially if you do it the way you said it, where you have Cody, you lean on to Christmas to lean on to Enzo, and then by proxy you've got Enzo. Actually, that would be very smart. Does he have it in him?
I don't know.
I would like that.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he does.
This is the same fucking attack over
but
and
I
over
won't
again.
say he doesn't necessarily either.
It'd be fun to see. It'd be fun. I wouldn't be mad at that.
No. And he's gonna need to win this veto. I mean, that's it. As of right now, Nicole says to Cody, she wants Memphis out. So that's it. But she's also concerned about the letter she got from Victor. It did not say that he was proud of her. It was very dry. It was like, I'm sending you positive vibes, wishing you luck. It did not say, I'm proud of you. It did not say anything along those lines. And she's feeling like she's reading between the lines, and that there's something is wrong, that something is off here, and it's very bad.
Yeah, let me set up for this one, because this is kind of like the bulk of the night for me, as far as the content we got. So, she's not happy with her letter. She says that, Cody, you got way more like positive affirmations. You got the I'm proud of you. I didn't get an I'm proud of you. Positive. This is quotes, by the way. She said positive vibes. That's what you say to someone after someone they love has passed away. So she thinks for grievances, sending you positive vibes is the appropriate thing to say. No, it's not. She's upset that the podcast wasn't plugged or mentioned. She was like, is the podcast still going on? What's going on there? So she's basically spent the whole night overthinking about this letter, worried about what Victor is thinking, worried about what's going on the outside. Then another added caveat, Taryn, is that she was not happy with the contents of her HOH basket. Apparently, Cody got way more than her. Wasn't enough what she got in her basket.
I didn't realize we sold that.
When I say that this was probably expected of a Nicole HOH raid, I will come off bitter or salty or biased, but when I was reading the updates, I was like,
fuck off.
I'm surprised at this, so kind of checks out to me.
Yeah. Well, she was right about the podcast, because he has not been doing the podcast.
No, that's gone. It's gone for now.
So that was the right call. And she is right that it is unnaturally devoid of I'm proud of yous. Somebody sent me a clip from the podcast when he was still doing the podcast. And in the podcast, he talked about how when he wrote his letter, he intentionally avoided saying things like I'm proud of you because he didn't want to pump her up and make her a target in the game. And so that was his motivation. So she's right to catch on that it's weird, but it's weird for a reason. And Cody actually caught on to this. He was like, dude, Victor's played the game. He probably is just trying to avoid making you more of a target by pumping you up too much. And she's like, no, and that's where she's wrong, right? They really screwed up there. She really screwed up there. And it goes into this whole thing, and Cody's trying to make her feel better, and he's like, why, Christy didn't say she was proud of me, and she's like, that's not. She's like, oh, do you want me to get the letter? She says, yes, go get the letter. He's like, I don't want to go get the letter, really. She's like, no, go get it. He's like, if she doesn't say that she's proud of me, are you gonna drop this? She's like, just go get the letter, Cody. Are you gonna drop it? Yes, I'll drop it. You're really gonna drop it? Yes, I'll drop it. He goes and gets the letter. She's like, well, wait. It can't say something like she's proud. It can't be, He's like, no. If it doesn't say I'm proud of you, that's it. And he goes and gets the letter. She didn't say she's proud of me. She didn't say she's proud of me. And she's like, let me read it. She says your family.
All the fucking stars fade away.
There it is. She says proud.
I feel like Nicole's gonna end up naming one of her kids proud of this. I feel like she's definitely in love with this word. I will say, Terrence, this is the fascination that I do have with Nicole, because Nicole is a former winner, still left at the Final Five. Now it's a guaranteed Final Four. She has definitely played down her winning capabilities all season, as to not have, anyone looking at her, keep her target on the low. So it is fascinating that when her partner does this for her via letter, she's mad. And I think it kind of represents how she feels outside the house with the fans, because we're all looking at it. A lot of people are not giving her that credit, right? And I think that a lot of people will continue not giving her that credit, where she's like, hey, wait, aren't you proud of me? Didn't I do a good job? Shouldn't you be saying I'm...
Yeah, she's guaranteed Final Four.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're gonna play the I'm not good, and then people start saying, well, then you're not good, then you can't be like, but wait, no, I am good. I am good, though. It's like, you can't have both. I think this is a very smart move by Victor. My first thought initially, before you brought up this point, though, and the conversation with Cody, was she looking for code? Had they talked about, coding the letter, and she's not got the secrets in there? But I doubt that would have been the case.
My initial thought was like, oh, since Victor had clearly planned on doing this, I wonder if they coordinated, and she's complaining to make it look even more like
okay, no.
But but no, she was talking to the cameras alone, saying she was upset about it too.
Yeah.
So clearly they didn't coordinate. This always confuses me when, like I never understood that, you know, like people, like why if you have plans involving your family, either you in the house involving outside family members or outside family members having plans via letters including
We're doing less damage to him
why
now,
did
aren't
you
we?
not talk about it? Why didn't they talk about, okay, in the letter I'm not gonna pump, maybe they didn't think about it, but like I don't know, that's stuff that I would be thinking about.
It's one of the few things that you kind of can control going in, and you can talk about going in. You know, it's like
Sorry,
you're
I gotta,
sitting there stewing until you go in.
gotta
All
text.
the hypotheticals going on in your head. One of the hypotheticals with your family is obviously like, hey, so with my social media, do A, B, C, and D. And the other thing is, in the event that you send me a letter, can you say these things in it, or these are my needs? Like if I'm someone, I'm big on words of affirmation here. So I'd be like, hey, Liana, pack that up, put it in, compliment me, tell me I'm the best. I don't care. I don't care what the perception. Just say you miss me. Like, let me know these things. So if that's the thing you want, you gotta ask for it, because then you can't control it otherwise, and you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, and I think it's difficult to specify wording because that's too easy to game with codes and stuff. But what I would want to do is just like an overall tone that is that I would be able to read into however I want it, right? A tone that I'm able to read into, go, oh my God, I'm clearly doing so bad. I'm clearly hated. They're clearly not proud of me. This is so cold. Like, what have I done to lower my tone? Or if I need to, do a Terran's run in the game, they're so, like, I'm doing so well. You know what I mean? Like, I can do whatever I want with it because it's not necessarily a fact that I'm going to need one or the other. But that's nobody seems to do anything.
I think concreteness. I think the last thing I would want is something vague that will make me overthink.
I went the wrong way.
Get over paranoid.
Yeah, I went the wrong way. I'm a
What's going on
fucking
out
idiot.
there? Why? This doesn't add up to me. Like, I don't need that. Either tell me that, hey, I'm glad you're not there. I'm having a vacation away from you, or we miss you. Like, give me one or the other. At least I know what the
I
direction
forgot
is.
about the
I don't have to
skills
read too
that
much into it.
so I can run longer.
But I do think this is indicative of Nicole as a player. That like she is overreacting to this. She overreacts to most things in the game. But like this is something that it is just a genuine. It's a letter. It's from her loved one. Like it's genuine. There's no reason to doubt it, but she doubts it. That level of paranoia is good in the house. Mostly, she does see things when she does see that this person is acting a little bit different toward her, and that could be bad. And in real life, that's like a super annoying trait. In the Big Brother house, it's very valuable. She sees those things, she acts on them. It's part of what makes her a successful player. But it also, is annoying. So she says she wants Memphis out. Is Cody okay with that? Absolutely, he's okay with that. Nicole says, with Memphis gone, Cody, you can beat Christmas in the physical competitions. I feel very confident I can beat Enzo in the mental competitions. Like, we're locked in. And Nicole's like, and Enzo is so worried about him.
Wait, what the fuck? What happened there? The stream just cuts off. Ah, shit. Right.
Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to our...
Yeah, it's like missing like 12 minutes. Whatever, I'm too honest, I don't really care. Like, there's not that much to really,
Yeah.
that's really going on anyway. Where are we at? 28 minutes? Okay. I don't care.
Nanny.
I forgot about the Game Awards. That's, what, 2 months away now? Yeah, what's gonna win Game of the Year? I mean, what, Last of Us 2 is obviously up there. And obviously Last of Us 2 got Ghost of Tsushima. I'm trying to think, what else would be nominated this year? Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't even remember what else came out this year. I'm Cyberpunk, obviously, obviously, like, I'm assuming it's gonna be between Cyberpunk and Last of Us. Doom Eternal might be nominated. Oh, the stream cut out? At least they just went live again. Maybe?
Hopefully I'll be able to finish.
Oh, it must have just been the stream cutting out. Well, but now it's like cutting out again, also. Whatever, that's fine. I don't really care. Maybe on, well, maybe on Twitch, actually, it'll be working.
Welcome to.
So I think for about 5 minutes.
You control it otherwise, and you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, and I think it's difficult to specify wording because that's too easy to game with codes and stuff. They're so like I'm doing so well. You know what I mean? Like I can do whatever I want with it because it's not necessarily
We'll be fine.
But I do think this is indicative of Nicole as a player. That like. And Nicole's like, and Enzo is so worried about him getting thrown onto the.
Oh, I guess it cut out here too. On Twitch.
What happened next in the house?
Oh, here we are. I think
we're back.
We're back. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if anybody saw.
It's a good thing that no.
That's unfortunate. Should have just finished while we had the chance.
Yeah. It's a good thing that no one's on like a what happened next in the house.
Oh, here we are. I think
we're back.
We're back. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if anybody saw what happened. Well, it was frozen. But Puyo was saying some amazing things that you've missed out. The people listening to this after the fact probably heard it, and you will all agree that it was the most amazing thing.
It was some of my best recap work yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the audio folks now.
All right. So that's the plan. She's Nicole says to Cody she hopes that him and Enzo don't pull a fast one on her and try to like vote out the person she doesn't want them to vote out like at Christmas at this point. And Cody's like no, it's whatever you want to do. I'm completely fine doing. If you make a deal with Memphis and you want Christmas out, I'll vote Christmas out. It doesn't matter to me. And I think he's being honest here because at this point he's set up so that honestly either one works for him.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think it's a very good spot
Yeah,
to
because
be in.
at the end of the day, unless
It's very
Christmas
nice to have
wins,
such a comfortable landing at the
doesn't
five,
win,
right?
like
Especially
Christmas would
going
have to
into
not
four.
win HOH
It's a good
and then
place to
win
be, and I
veto
think
for
it's
him to go
looking
home
even
next
better
week.
and better as
Like it
we
would
go
like,
Mm-hmm.
also he would
so
not have the like he would also need
that's
to
the
win
plan.
HOH. Like it would take a very specific situation for him to go home.
The veto, yo, that's it.
So that's what we have for you. That's what we got. I'm gonna be live later today for the slop, and we're gonna have fun with that. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern to update you on everything that happens today on the Big Brother 22 live feeds. I can tell you I expect a slow
手出さずに手貸してもらおうかな。どういうことだ。
That's the plan.
That's it. That's it, yo. Gotta watch for the noms and the veto, yo. That's it.
So that's what we have here. That's what we got. I'm gonna be live later today for the slop.
While we waited going into the next week.
Hopefully I'll be able to finish.
うちの施設ぶっ壊してヒルズ計画頓挫させて最終的に奪い取ろうっちゅうのが奴らの狙いなんや。
なら施設を壊されずに奴らを追い払う必要があるわけか。
その通り。せやけどわしらは防衛戦が苦手でな。つい目の前の連中殴るのに夢中になって施設守るのを忘れてまうんや。せやから桐生ちゃんには施設を守りつつ奴らを追い払えるように全体を見て指揮してほしい。
そんな経験ないからな。
Animal Crossing revolving on it. It's only 5 games. I think Last of Us, Final Fantasy VII, Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima, and I think Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing are fighting for that last spot. If not, it could be both. I'm ready to go to 6. I don't see anything else for the year yet. I could see being nominated for Game of the Year. Maybe Miles Morales. I doubt it's going to be like in that tier. This is kind of it's a very top-heavy year for gaming. Maybe post-game 1 and 2? I'm honestly hearing really great things about that. And dreams? Probably not Game of the Year. That'd be interesting. Wait, can I not? Wait, what? Oh no. Can I not do this shit? Yeah, and for me, this is the biggest part of Kiwami 2 from what we played so far. It just feels like it's so filler. Like it just has so much filler in it. I think the base narrative is something that's pretty interesting, but I just feel like there's really enough content in it to really sustain a running game.兄さんはさっき困ってる俺に手貸す約束してくれたじゃねえか。それなのに俺が兄さんが困ってる時に手貸さねえわけにはいかねえだろ。あんたの男気に応えてんだな。断っても無駄だぜ。俺がそういう男だってことあんたなら十分知ってんだろ。
しゃあなら桐生ちゃんには手出さずに手貸してもらおうかな。
どういうことだ。
桐生ちゃんには現場監督になってもらう。
現場監督。
そう現場監督や。マジマジャパンの桐生監督や。
全然話についていけないんだが。
実はの奴らの目的はわしらを倒すことやんで、うちの施設を破壊することなんや。
施設
さあ、うちの施設ぶっ壊してヒルズ計画頓挫させて最終的に奪い取ろうっちゅうんが奴らの狙いなんや。
なら施設を壊されずに奴らを追い払う必要があるわけ。
その通りや。せやけどわしらは防衛戦が苦手でな、つい目の前の連中殴るのに夢中になって施設守るのを忘れてまうんや。せやから
That's really
施設
interesting.
を守りつつ奴らを追い払えるように全体を見て指揮してほしいんや。
Talk about his movie.
そんな経験ないからな。
わしの男気に応えてくれるんや。
Very interesting. So looking at your phone for tonight?
すべては監督責任やからな。
わかった。
I just feel very strange for suffering.
ちょっとやいいかできるじゃん。
おう。
マジ負けずや
The
ー
extra
大事
for games. Yeah. I know it's kind of funny. Amazing don't matter. Like, I don't understand why though, these are like things that don't transfer over, like, hit me and go. This is actually, oh, fuck off. Wait, do you have to do this? Is it really forcing me to do this? I really don't know. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is the same fuck thing. And next episode we'll do this for now. Thanks for watching.